And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the stage at this time in this 10-round special attraction from Las Vegas. Please welcome the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Rolando "Rolly" Romero. And now, fans, let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. 10 rounds of boxing, super lightweight special attraction. First to the scale with a record of 16 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the battle-ready Manuel Haes. 139 3/4 pounds, 139 3/4 for Manuel Haes. And now we invite to the scale with a record of 15 wins, 2 losses, 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently world-ranked contender. He is the colorful former champion of the world, Rolando "Rolly" Romero. 140 3/4 pounds, 140 3/4 pounds for Rolly Romero. And now we get an opportunity to hear from our fighters in our opening pay-per-view attraction. Please welcome to the microphone respected boxing host and commentator, Ray Flores. Let's bring our fighters a face-off, then we'll hear from Ray with their Q&A session. Pardon me? There they are, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing schedule. Opens up our pay-per-view event, Rolando "Rolly" Romero versus Manuel Haes, 10 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear from our Q&A host, Ray Flores.
All right, we are joined alongside by Manuel Haes. Manuel, this is the biggest stage in which you have fought on. You're seeing an amazing crowd here in Las Vegas. One day away, what does this mean to you?
This means everything. Like you said, it's the biggest stage. Don't get no bigger than this. I need this win. It's just gonna catapult my career. I need this win. See my family back there, you got the heads back there, hey!
How do you extend your win streak to 5 against the former world champion in Rolando "Rolly" Romero?
I'm just do what I do. I'm a great boxer myself. People keep underestimating me, don't know who I am, and they're gonna know Saturday.
What's your prediction?
Vamos a ganar, yeah!
Manuel Haes, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are joined alongside by the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Rolando "Rolly" Romero. Rolly, great to see you. As we take a look at this amazing crowd, I'm looking at your face, you're very focused. Is it fair to say that you have flipped the switch and are ready for tomorrow night?
Yeah, just ready for tomorrow night, you know. We're gonna do this tomorrow.
How much does this fight mean to you as you are looking to get back into the win column?
It means everything, you know. We're here to win.
What's your prediction for tomorrow night, Rolly?
Knockout.
Rolando Romero predicting a knockout.
Give it up for the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Rolando "Rolly" Romero. Jimmy, back to you.
Well, there's Rolly.
Thank you, Ray. Good job. We're here from the Ray Flotis for all 4 of the pay-per-view attractions. From all the fighters, and we have a good one coming up. Well, fans from the Toshiba Plaza here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, we continue with our weigh-in, and we bring out our first world title attraction at this time. Please welcome the fighters as they make their way to the stage. First, joining us from Glendale, California, by way of Yorkville, Illinois, please welcome the undefeated world-ranked super middleweight contender, Trevor Mumbi.
Now this one right here, I'm looking forward to this one. I know you have been Boxer Podcast in the last 24 hours. Y'all know I'm pretty high on this fight in general. I think Mumbi does bring some presence to the boxing ring, and I'm really curious to see how Caleb Plant looks. Been out of the ring for a little while. There's no secret in that. He's the kind of guy that stays working, and like we heard from Brenagh yesterday, not only has he still been working, he's still been sparring. You know, so we should expect him to be very sharp. Caleb Plant is trouble.
We invite to the stage his opponent. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Nashville. He's a former world champion. Please welcome the former IBF super middleweight champion of the world, Caleb Plant.
I don't really think this is a fight that's set for Trevor to come in and just take punches. I think they actually expect this fight to be competitive. They expect Trevor to be able to do some things, especially with his power. Listen, at the end of the day, you can be strong. Sometimes that just leaves you being susceptible to taking punches all night. I think that's how this fight's gonna look. I don't know a lot about Trevor, but I do know that he hasn't really been in the ring with a mover, a shaker, a speedster like Caleb Plant. So this should be a good one though, man. I think it's gonna be entertaining from round 1 to the end, because Caleb is gonna talk that stuff in between the punches.
To the scale, weight limit is 168 pounds. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA interim super middleweight world title. First up, we have the undefeated fighter. His record 28-0 with 21 knockouts. Please welcome the undefeated world ranked contender, Trevor Mumbi. 167 1/4 pounds, 167 1/4 pounds for Trevor Mumbi.
We can see.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent 22-2 with 2 losses, 13 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current world ranked contender and the popular former super middleweight champion of the world, Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant weighs in the same as his opponent, 167 1/4 pounds, 167 1/4. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of emotion in this fight. 12 rounds of boxing. For the interim WBA Super Middleweight World Championship, Caleb Plant versus Trevor Mumbi.
That boy McCumbee is jacked up. That boy McCumbee got some muscles on him. I still think it mean he gonna be able to take what Caleb is delivering. But I don't think he got no fire comeback, man. I really don't think so. I could be wrong, but you gotta be fast. You gotta be quick. You gotta be sharp when you in the ring. When you in the ring with Caleb Plant. Two, Caleb done got under that skin. Kids followed it up. Caleb can operate like that. Not a lot of fighters can. I can
We are joined
count
alongside
the fighters that can. Let's hit from
Trevor
Ray.
Mumbi. Trevor, it is clear that there is bad blood between you two. How satisfying of a win would this be for you over Caleb Plant tomorrow night?
It's going to be huge. He's a bitch. So I don't think anybody here likes him.
How do you get the job done over the former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world?
I'm going to break him down. I'm going to cave him in.
And your prediction for tomorrow night against Caleb Plant?
Fireworks, and my hand is going to be raised.
Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Trevor Mumbi. Now we are joined alongside by Caleb Plant, the former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world. The fans love you here in Las Vegas. You're a throwback fighter. Caleb, can you tell us about the words that were exchanged in that final face-off between you and Trevor Mumbi?
I told him tomorrow night's his last night. The gig is up. It's time to get the fuck out of here.
You have said from the beginning of this training camp, the revenge tour. What does that mean?
First stop, getting that WBA interim title put around my waist, and then, you know, bigger and better from there. Want to say shout out to my fans, shout out to all my vaqueros out there. Salute, I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world, Caleb Plant. Jimmy, it's all yours.
Thank you, Ray Flores. Talented Ray Flores getting the most out of our fighters here this afternoon. And that's a big one. A lot of emotion, a heated showdown in the super middleweight division. Well, fans, once again from the Toshiba Plaza here in the shadows of the T-Mobile Arena, we move along, continue our way in. We are moving up to our co-main event of the evening. Please welcome the fighters as they make their way to the stage. First, ladies and gentlemen, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is the well-known and respected former Unified Super Lightweight World Champion and the former WBC Welterweight Champion of the World. Please welcome Danny Swift Garcia.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, got it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is the defending champion, fighting out of Miami by way of Guantanamo, Cuba. He is the two-division and current WBA middleweight champion of the world. Please welcome Erislandi, the American Dream, Lara. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring our fighters to the scale. 160 pounds is the weight limit. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA middleweight championship of the world. First, we present and bring our challenger to the scale. With a record of 37 wins and 3 losses, 21 of his wins have come by way of knockout. He'll be making his middleweight debut. He is the challenger. Please welcome the renowned 2-division champion of the world, Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Garcia weighs in at 156 1/4 pounds. 156 1/4 pounds. And now we invite the defending champion to the scale with a record of 30 wins, 3 losses and 3 draws. 18 of his wins come by way of knockout. He'll be making the 3rd defense of his title. Please welcome the current WBA middleweight champion of the world, Erislandi, the American Dream, Lara. Erislandi Lara weighs in at 156 3/4 pounds. 156 3/4. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the co-main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA middleweight championship of the world. Erislandi, the American Dream, Lara, defending his title against the renowned and now challenger, former world champion, Danny Swift Garcia.
Hey,
Now
don't
let's hear
listen to, don't read into that 156. Danny is more than ready at 156. I like that.
Champion, Danny Garcia making his middleweight debut. Danny, how do you feel?
It's going for my 3rd division, and this is what all the great fighters do. They go up in weight and chase greatness, and that's why I'm here today, and that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
You have beaten the who's who in the sport, 2-division world champion, as you mentioned. But if you get your hand raised tomorrow night and become a 3-division world champion, would that be the biggest accomplishment in your storied career?
Yeah, definitely. When I turned pro, my dream was always to be a 3-division world champion. You know, 2's good. 2 puts you in that category, but 3 puts you in the Hall of Fame. And that's why I'm here. It's a historic fight for me and for the fans all around the world. If you know Danny Garcia, you know what I bring to the table.
How do you get the job done tomorrow night? What's your prediction for your matchup against Erislandi Lara?
You know, I just got to go in there and beat me. Beat Danny Garcia, go in there, set the tempo, have fun, make adjustments, and weather the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Philadelphia, Danny Garcia. Now we are with the WBA middleweight champion of the world, Erislandi Lara. Erislandi, you've won 3 straight fights by way of knockout. Do you believe that you have the power to knock out Danny Garcia?
Erislandi ha ganado 3 peleas seguidas por knockout. ¿Se viene la 4ª contra Danny Garcia?
Bueno, sinceramente no sé si se va a hacer la 4ª. Sé que va a terminar feo.
Look, I don't know if it's going to be the 4th, but I do know this fight is going to have an ugly ending.
Do you believe that he will not be as comfortable as he is here at 160? You fought here in the middleweight division. You're world champion. You've had several defenses. But do you think that the weight will be an issue for him in this matchup against you?
Sos un veterano de las 160 libras, mientras que él es nuevo en esto. ¿Sentís que lo va a incomodar el aumento de peso y que va a ser una ventaja para vos?
Bueno, no va a ser una ventaja. Solamente lo que hay que trabajar fuerte el día de mañana. Y creo que es el momento de no hablar tanto y resolver el problema.
I don't think it's going to be any sort of advantage. And it's time to stop talking. It's time to start working. Tomorrow night it's going to be a great fight. Tune in.
You are also boxing's oldest current world champion. How much does that mean for you to be able to outlast a lot of the guys that you began in the sport with?
Bueno, sos el campeón más veterano del boxeo en la actualidad. ¿Qué significa para vos el poder haber tenido una carrera más extensa que muchos de los que con los que vos llegaste al boxeo?
Bueno, significa mucho, ¿no? Significa mucho, ya que he hecho muchas cosas aquí en el boxeo ya profesional. Creo que significa mucho para mí y la victoria de mañana va a ser 100% un logro más.
It means a lot to me because being in pro boxing is hard enough, and tomorrow it's going to be one more victory under my belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WBA middleweight champion of the world, Lara. Jimmy, back to you.
Thank you, Ray. Once again, that's our co-main event of the evening, WBA Middleweight Championship of the World, reminding you that our pay-per-view event begins at 9 p.m. But, of course, there's lots of fights before that. We go on live on Prime at 3 p.m., and we have fights even before that. So if you're a true boxing fan, show up early. There's a lot to see. Of course, we're leading up to bring out our fighters for the main event of the evening. But we have a little bit of a break as we are preparing something a little special. I know you're disappointed, but you won't be disappointed once you see what we have in store for you as we lead up to the entrance and the official weigh-in for the main event of the evening, the Unified Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga. Coming up next, we're going to take a few minutes, not too long, and then we'll bring out our fighters.
Sabotel.
Just be ready, have the dance, his name is hot seat, not juicing, but after the first fighter walks, they go hot. Copy.
All right, y'all, I'm back. My bad. I had to go chop it up with a couple of my people, trying to get everybody here tonight for this live show we got going on. Well, just shouted at Andre Ward, Andre Berto. I already spoke with Andre the Real. We all good. We close. So hopefully they come through tonight. Also shouted at Roy Jones. Hopefully he comes through. Antonio Barrera is supposed to come through. We should get a good, nice. Should be a nice setup tonight, man. So want you guys to tune in. I will let you guys know on my social media exactly where to tune in to this live show. The Undisputed video game will be streamed live on the PorterWay Podcast. But as far as being able to see the live podcast itself, who comes in, us talking, all that kind of stuff, I'll get that information to y'all ASAP. All that being said, man, I want to rewind real quick. Go back to Danny Garcia and Lara, excuse me. That should be the boxing match of the night. And again, if you've been paying attention to the podcast, y'all have heard me say this. I think that this, I hope it's not a snooze fest. And excuse me if I'm speaking prematurely, but I just feel like both these guys are counter punchers by nature. Both these guys like to wait on the perfect punch. And sometimes, when you put two counter punchers in the ring against one another, it's a recipe for a disaster for the fans. So that's what I'm thinking. However, Danny says they plan on pressuring. We've never seen Danny have a high punch output. We've never seen him pressure, so we'll see what happens. But looks like Jimmy coming back to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to bring out our fighters for the main event of the evening, the featured attraction. The pay-per-view featured bout brought to you by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions in association with Matchroom Boxing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage first the challenger, proudly representing his Puerto Rican heritage and hailing from Brooklyn, New York. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome the battle-ready world-ranked challenger, introducing the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
I'm sorry, but this kid is not ready for this kind of atmosphere. This is the kind of atmosphere that will shake you out your boots. And I don't think Edgar is ready for it. Nice to see Joe with him, though. Nice to see Fat Joe with him, though. That's cool.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, el orgulloso guerrero de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the 4-division world champion, boxing's first undisputed super middleweight champion, and the current popular unified super middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez.
Pónganse mi taco, suena la matraca y un corte parejo no me llega a la mano. Hasta que pague mi mano, oye tomado México, arriba el mundo gráfico, la carretera lo que tomando. Vamos con el fondo y más estresado, y el calor de sol sube a suerte, el ángel con la gente, así menos como la caliente, viendo al de mi caliente. Generando patas de verde. Y arriba el Canelo, arriba México.
All right, fans, here we go. Let's bring our fighters to the scale. Weight limit is 168 pounds. For the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the unified super middleweight championship of the world. First, we present the challenger to the scale. Undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 22 wins, no losses, 17 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the challenger. Here is the hard-hitting, battle-ready knockout artist introducing the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga weighs in at 167 and 1/2 pounds. 167 and 1/2 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the defending world champion and the superstar of boxing with a record of 61 wins, only 2 losses and 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. He'll be making his 26th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending unified super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. 166 3/4 pounds. 166 3/4 pounds for the defending world champion.
We see the side.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main event of the evening. 12 rounds. Unified Super Middleweight Championship of the world. Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
That's a nice stare off right there. Yeah, that's real. That's real. I like that. Edgar moving though. Hold on a second. This is stuff we don't talk about. Where everybody talk about who turns away first. What about the guy that starts moving? He's a little uncomfortable. Doesn't really want to stay there any longer. He's ready to get off of this eye-to-eye energy. And then that right there, psychology one-on-one. When you get somebody moving the way that you're moving, you know you got them. So Edgar started shadow boxing because Canelo started shadow boxing, you know? I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna be as competitive as Canelo makes it. That's what I believe. But both these guys gonna talk to Ray. We'll let them do that. We'll come back.
Now that we are a day away from the biggest fight of your career, being in this atmosphere, your final face-off with Canelo, what did you take away from that stare-down?
Shit, it's a war tomorrow. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Vamos arriba, Puerto Rico en la casa, puñeta, como siempre. ¿Me entiendes? Viva Puerto Rico, puñeta. Mañana es guerra. Me gusta esto. I love all this right here, man. It's all fuel for me, man. It's all fuel. I belong here. You hear me? I belong here. And I'm ready for it. Jesus is king. God is king. And Jesus Christ gonna get the glory, man.
How big of a win would this be, not only for you, but also you are very proud of your Puerto Rican heritage, but for the entire country of Puerto Rico?
Oh man, this is legendary right here. This is history. You know, tomorrow's history, man. All of this right here, none of that shit don't faze me, man. You know, this comes with it, you know. So I gotta continue. I gotta be great tomorrow. That's all. You know, give God the glory, and it's gonna be written, man. It's our story tomorrow. You know, it's Canelo's show, but like always, man, we coming in to kick the door and destroy the party, man.
You're 22-0. How do you get to 23-0 and upend the great Saul Canelo Alvarez?
Knockout. Knockout. And then the rematch, we bringing it to New York. The rematch, we bringing it to New York. Puerto Rican Day weekend.
Finally, Edgar, what do you want to tell all the fans out there that'll be watching around the world and those here at T-Mobile Arena?
You want me to be honest? I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for everything, man. I love y'all, you hear me? I love you guys. All the haters, all the supporters, I love y'all, man. You know, y'all just make us great. You know, Jesus is king, God is king, and tomorrow he gonna be king tomorrow, man. I love you guys. Thank y'all for the support.
Good luck to Edgar Berlanga tomorrow night. Good luck to you, sir. We look forward to seeing you in the ring against the great Saul Canelo Alvarez. The undefeated Edgar Berlanga, ladies and gentlemen. And now we are with the great Saul Canelo Alvarez desde Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Saul, you have fought here on Mexican Independence Day weekend at least 5 times, but now that you are doing it again, what does this mean to you?
No, esto significa mucho para mí. Muchas gracias. Gracias por todo su apoyo, como siempre. Se los agradezco mucho y no me queda más que pagarles con una gran victoria el sábado.
Well, it means a lot to me, and I'm really appreciative of all of you out here. The only way I can repay you all is with a victory this Saturday night.
What did you take away from your final stare-down with Edgar Berlanga?
No, no tengo mucho que decir. Estoy listo para el sábado para demostrar con hechos. Lo que sí te tengo que decir es que estoy seguro que él se va a enfrentar a alguien muy diferente a lo que está acostumbrado.
Look, I don't have much to say about Berlanga anymore. What I can tell you is that he's about to face someone that's very, very different from what he's accustomed to.
He's saying he's going to knock you out. What is your prediction for tomorrow night against Edgar Berlanga?
It's very easy to say, but he's going to find out Saturday night. It's going to be something different.
And finally, Saul, what do you want to tell all the fight fans that'll be watching around the world, especially the Mexican fight fans that have supported you from the very beginning, because Mexico will be here in Las Vegas?
Muchas gracias a todos por su apoyo. Los espero el sábado. Mañana va a ser una gran pelea para todos ustedes y que viva México, cabrones!
Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. It's going to be a party, a great fight tomorrow. And viva Mexico, cabrones!
The unified super middleweight champion of the world from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez!
All right, y'all, there it is. Gonna wrap this up one more time. If y'all know somebody that got blessed and came out here and y'all didn't, tell them where to come find us tonight. We at 4301 South Valley View Boulevard, Las Vegas, 89148, and Complex 20 and 21. We're in there at 6 o'clock p.m. We're hanging out. Got the game streaming. Have a good time tonight. Hopefully some of these legends come in there with us. I'm not gonna mention no names because I don't want to make no empty promises. But you should have a good time tonight. But beyond all that, weigh-ins are over. Should be a good fight night tomorrow night. I think this card is literally stacked, and I think it's stacked for success. We're gonna have some drama tomorrow. I think Rolly and Haes, I think that's some drama. What I mean by drama is we really not sure who's gonna win that one. The main event, or the co-main event, excuse me, Danny Garcia, Aries Lara. That's gonna be some drama. We really don't know who's gonna win that one. And Trevor McCumbee, Caleb Plant, that's gonna be drama because they coming into the ring with some drama. So anyway, man, should be a good time. We getting out of here. God bless you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this week's PorterWay Media Blitz. And after we catch you tonight, we'll see you on the next one. This is the PorterWay. I got my podcast, the PorterWay Podcast, yeah.